The Golden State Warriors defeated the Houston Rockets 109-106. I have to say this was very frustrating. I'm not a fan of either team, but I have to admit I am a Warriors hater. I despise the Warriors. I do not like Draymond Green and Stephen Curry. They're up there with LeBron James as players I despise. So it's very frustrating they won this game. Now they're in a position to go up 3-1. But one thing I want to address is just the antics of Draymond Green in this game. That he got technical earlier in the game for getting into it with Dylan Brooks. They got separated. It was just a minor scuffle, whatnot. So, that's fine. But I felt when he fell on Tari Eason on purpose and then put his foot over his head on purpose that he should have been tossed out of the game. And to me, what was really absurd was how these stupid ass refs, all three of them, like wasted I don't know 5 minutes to decide where not to eject him, and they gave him a flagrant foul, which really shows to me that these refs are instructed by the league to protect Draymond Green. I've said this for years that this is why he's allowed to get away with so much more shit than any other player can in the league, is because Silver protects him. He lets these refs know that, hey, you can't toss out Green. You cannot toss him out. You got to find ways to keep him in this game because I need Green in this game so he can help Curry, who is my golden boy. No pun intended. But that's really what it comes down to. It's a bunch of bullshit. He should have been tossed. He should have been tossed out of the game. That was stupid as hell how they allowed him to stay in the game. Like, if this was any other player, they would have immediately given another technical and just kicked him out of the game. Simple as that. And I had to just add another thing that's so random. My God, Reggie Miller's so fucking insufferable. Like, the way he was defending Draymond, man, you would think he's one of Draymond's hoes getting ready to goggle Draymond's nuts. He was ready to stuff Draymond's pipe deep into his throat. Like, the way he was defending Draymond. So, like, hey, it wasn't intentional. You don't know if he actually kicked him, okay? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I fucking hate Reggie Miller. I can't stand him. One of the worst commentators in the league. And I had to say, I am very happy that this man will live with regrets for the rest of his life of never winning a title. Very happy about that. Fuck this guy. I can't say that enough. This guy was celebrating at the end with Draymond Green in this game. Just absurd, man, I hate Reggie Miller. Worst commentator I've heard, I think on any network, to be honest. He's the worst. Man, I should have just muted this game. God, insufferable. But anyways, like I said, Draymond should have gotten ejected, and I'm just convinced, like I said, that the league is instructed to protect him. I remember once Tim Donaghy saying in an interview that the league does send these refs memos before games how to ref certain players, and I'm sure these refs always get the memo like, hey, you gotta allow Draymond to get away with whatever roughhouse antics he wants to do. And at most, just give him one technical, but don't toss him out. You just can't do that. You got to find ways to get creative and keep him in the game. Like, I feel it's to the point now Draymond can just get a knife or a gun and just shoot someone or stab someone on the court, and these refs would still find a way to keep him in the game. They would just like, well, it's accidental stabbing, okay? Accidental, so we can't eject him, just personal foul. It was an accidental shooting, okay? Flagrant one for like killing the guy with a gunshot. Just that's how crooked the league and these refs are. But I just wanted to just go on that rant about it. Anyways, I'm done. But back to the game. So one thing I have to say is Şengün is completely done. He's just mentally done in the series. This man is scared of Draymond. He fears him. Draymond's inside of his head. I know some people will say, like, well, he scored 31 points, but it was on 12 of, but it was on 12 of 28 shooting from the field. So that's terrible shooting. That's like 42% from the field. That's very inefficient. And to be honest, most of those points he got was when Draymond wasn't in the game. That's when he scored a lot of those points. But whenever Draymond was in the game, this man struggled. And I know some people say, like, well, it's Draymond's great defense. I only give him part credit. I know people say I'm a hater, but some of these things are just mental for us. When I see Şengün matched with Draymond, he's getting some really good shots and he's just missing them. These are simple, like 1 foot shots or layups that he cannot make. And this is all because Draymond has intimidated him, put the fear into him, and Şengün is scared. He is scared out there. He's scared for his life. And it's sad, it's pathetic, but man, this is really showing to me Şengün is not he's not what I would call superstar material. If you're gonna let a guy like Draymond punk you, you're just not gonna ever be on a level of like a guy like a Jokic in this league. It's not gonna happen. And I know Draymond's playing dirty, but great players rise above this nonsense. They rise above these antics, and they establish themselves regardless of how dirty their opponent is. And Şengün is not rising to that challenge. He's not meeting it. He's not meeting the standards of greatness. And it's unfortunate, but it just looks like he's not a legit star. Granted, there's still a small chance he can redeem himself in the series, but I highly doubt it. I don't think it's going to happen. The other thing I would say is the Rockets' other alleged star, I don't think he's a star either, Jaylen Green, is showing in the series that he's not star material either. Outside of game 2, he's been crappy every game of the series. I think he's been held below 10 points every game in the series outside of game 2. And this game, he scored 8 points. So game 2 was the only good game he had with 38. But back to this game, he scored 8 points on putrid shooting, 3 of 8 from the field. And let me just calculate what that is. It is 37%. So that's god-awful shooting, and that's not going to get it done. This guy is underachieving in this series. His season average is 21 points a game, so he's really, really underachieving, and he looks terrible out there. And just like Şengün, he's showing he doesn't have the it factor to be great under extreme pressure, under intense duress, that he's not a guy who's going to step up. He's just another regular season player. So that's terrible for Rocket fans to see that their 2 top guys are just that. I would say the only bright spots I see for the Rockets in the series is Amen Thompson. Granted, he hasn't shot well every game, but this kid is fearless. In this game, he shot 7 of 12, 17 points in this game. If this guy ever learns how to shoot properly, he will be a star player. I'm convinced of that. He had some great drives in this game, some great defensive possessions. But, yeah, that's like the only real bright spot I can really find for the Rockets in this series. I would say the other thing, the ending of the game, showed again that Şengün is scared, that he couldn't score on Draymond that final possession. He put up an ugly shot, and he just melted. And so that was pathetic to see. The other thing, let me see if I missed any other things from this game that's worth mentioning. I would say Steph really had an average game for his standards, 17 points, 2 of 8 from 3. He didn't really do much in this game. It was really his teammates that stepped up. Jimmy Butler with 27 points and Brandon Pozinski with 26. So that's really the main reasons these guys won the game. I would say the other big reason why they won the game, which I would say was huge, is the Rockets free throw shooting. This game, they shot 19 of 31 from the free throw line, 61%. If this team shot even around 75%, they would have won this game. So that's another reason why the Rockets lost the game. They got to get better on free throw shooting. There's certain guys that are going to shoot poorly from the line. If you're the Rockets, Steven Adams is one of them. But the rest of the team is just inexcusable to miss as many free throws as they have missed. Like Jaylen Green shooting 1 from 3 from the free throw line. Şengün missing those 3 free throws. That was big. Amen Thompson missing 2 free throws. Dylan Brooks. All that stuff adds up. If they had just shot somewhat decent from the free throw line, they would have won this game. So that really does hurt them big time, I feel. Is there anything else? There's nothing really anything else that sticks out to me. Was the Warriors only turned the ball over 8 times while the Rockets turned it over 13 times. What's interesting is the Rockets shot better from the field, 49.4% from the field overall and 47.8% from 3, while the Warriors only shot 41% from the field and 37 from three. So it's really interesting. The Rockets shot a lot better, but they still lost. And you would try to look at the other factors that could have caused it, but they out-rebounded the Warriors, so it wasn't the rebounds that cost them. I wouldn't say it's even the turnovers. It really comes down to the free throw shooting that cost them to lose this game. But I don't have anything else to say other than the Rockets are just most likely going to lose the series. It's only a slim chance they'll come back to win this series. So, yeah, I guess I'll be interested they can come back. I guess the only entertaining thing left is whether or not there's a brawl that happens in the series with all the antics Draymond's pulling. But that's all I have to say, to be honest.